Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John, and you are in my world famous sipping den, and this is where all the magic happens. Now in this channel I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. I also do a famous Sunday morning coffee review. You've got to check these things out. And in order for me to help you find everything that I review, I have put together the most extensive and up-to-date playlist on YouTube. And here's the beautiful thing. That sounds intimidating, but I have broke it down into categories and subcategories. That makes it so easy to navigate and find your favorite beverages. It's just a thing of beauty. And I challenge you to go to the my playlist section and check out those playlists and see all the wonderful things I have and how I have it broken down. You're going to be amazed. And at that point, you're going to sub immediately. And why wouldn't you? I have everything in the world that you want here that has anything to do with alcohol and coffee, and you never have to go anywhere else again. And that's a beautiful thing. And to make this fair for all of the YouTubers, I do these reviews with half my taste buds tied behind my back, and that is a fact. All right, what the heck do we have here? Look at that. Old Charter, Old Number 8. Buffalo Trace product. It is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey with no age statement, so we know it is at least 4 years old. It's 80 proof. Right off the bat, one little problem I have with this is the Old Number 8, because in 2014, I think, that was the year, I know what I'm about to say is true, they took the 8-year age statement off of there, and it's no longer 8 year. That's fine. Don't change the name to, Old Number 8 to try and confuse people into thinking it's 8 years old. I just don't like that. But anyway, that aside, Buffalo Trace, Old Charter. They make different Old Charters. They make an Oak series. I have some back here behind me. They could be a bit pricey on the secondary. On the regular market, not too bad, $60, $70, $80. I don't know. Prices are changing rapidly. This I paid under $20 for. I think about 15 to 17. I don't remember. It's very cheap. I grabbed it. This is an 80 proof whiskey. Has a certain balance to it that's hard to be. Well, this is their thing here. Well, I guess I don't need to read that. How am I reading that for? We'll do our own thing. All right, let's get into it. Here's the color. It's light, but it is at least 4 years old. A lot of that lightness does not denote, a lot of times, flavor or how long it's been aged, because there's different char levels. I tried to explain this to people. So if I char something for a long time on a number 1 char, and I char something for a short time on an alligator char, way up the scale, the alligator char, even though it is aged a shorter period of time, might have a darker appearance than the one in the number 1 char. Right? Depends where it sits in the warehouse. There's a lot of things that go into it. So you can't really tell age from the color. But I, like everybody else, always look at it. All right. There it is. Buffalo Trace, Old Charter, Old Number 8, 80 proof, Buffalo Trace number 1 Mashbill. All right. Inexpensive as of this filming. And as of this filming, things are going up every single day. So, I think more and more people might be coming down to the lower level as bourbon and other things are seemingly pricing themselves out of existence. We'll see. You know, I smell some oak in there. So you definitely get that woody, oaky smell. You get a very nice sweetness. What kind of sweetness? Maple syrup. Splash of baseball card bubblegum with the white dust on it. Yeah, that's right. Speaking of that, some of the confectionery powdered sugar. And some nice apricot is what I'm getting, predominantly peach, that kind of a thing, but I'm getting a lot of apricot on it. So, Let's get into it. That is an acclimation sip. The next one I'll go in. Light bodied. It has a caramel sweetness to it. Caramelized sugar, caramel candy. Like I say, light mouthfeel. Now, I judge everything for what it is. This is an under $20 whiskey. This is an 80 proof. I drink a ton of cask strength, but I can differentiate. I'm not comparing it to the cask strength. I'm comparing it to itself. I have that slight woody taste to it, but not in a harsh, tannic way. In a pleasant, adding some wood flavor, some slight oak, some slight cedar to that sweetness. And again, I seem to be getting out of this one, which is kind of different and pleasing, describing this fruit as an apricot fruit, dried apricot. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting. There's not a lot of a complexity to it. It's 80 proof, so it's been watered down from the barrel. I personally wouldn't put any water or ice with this because I think it would take the flavors down too low and too watery. As it is an 80 proof whiskey, it is an excellent mixer because there's no bad taste that will shine through. It also is a sipper. I bet it would be good refrigerated or put in the freezer. Drinking it would close up a little, but then it would open as you are sipping it, and you can kind of enjoy that. Sometimes putting it in the freezer and chilling it down enhances the experience. Sometimes I've done it with several whiskeys. I had it by accident the first time. They delivered a bunch of whiskey in the winter, and they unloaded it. We cracked open a bottle, and it was cold from being outside and back of a truck that wasn't heated, and I enjoyed that cold whiskey, and I enjoyed the way it warmed up. So if you've never done that, it's interesting, and you don't want to, and that works better than trying to put those rocks and different things, that rocks that you freeze and metal, because there's no taste associated with it, and the freezer's just what it is. It's easy to do. Just keep your whiskey. It won't freeze, by the way. So it's very light. It's got some flavor to it. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing you're going to think about. If you're using a mixer, this is perfect. If you're drinking it straight, it's an okay sipper. Okay. Yes, I'm used to some stronger stuff with a lot more flavor and a lot more complex. But if you're not looking for that, right? Because for the price is what it is, and being under $20 as we speak, and a Buffalo Trace product at that, it's not bad to sip. I wouldn't use ice or water. I think it would take it too much. Take the flavor right out of it, but I don't know. I didn't do it. Maybe I should have. But that's a personal opinion. It's $20 or less. That don't mean it's garbage. That just means it's going to be watered down a little bit with the 80 proof, which is a normal thing back in the day. These cask strengths. Other than that, it's if you're on a budget or whatever, and you just get tired every once of sipping those high proofs, those expensive whiskeys, this is a nice little alternative to sip. That's my opinion of it, and I can't get anything bad out of it. Okay, that's the key. I'm not getting any notes that are like, oh, it's disgusting, it's going down the drain. Right? May not be complex and full of flavor and unbelievable, but it isn't bad. So, it's certainly worth the money. I will see you all on the next one. Cheers, my friends.